And we had Mohammed Erged with us. Okay, great to have with us. So he's a CTO person, so it's a backup for me, inshallah. So colleagues, Mohammed Zubayt, Fawaz, Awad, Khalid Thani. This is a quick going through the dissections, and I think all of us had this in the past. So these are the things we know. There's iatrogenic and spontaneous one. We'll not go through the spontaneous one. The spontaneous, we know this is different. So the iatrogenic is intima tier, we know that, and intentional and unintentional. Intentional, the CTO people do it. they do the CTO, no, the dissection, but the unintentional caused by these things, guide wire, balloons, stents, and others. So you get nothing, or sometimes you get total hemodynamic collapse and patient die. صح? In between, we have this range of things. I'm not supposed to go through the cases, but these are the example of the guide causing this, and you're trying to go with your tools for the CTO. You have a bad the guides, and it causes dissection, and you are expert. You know what to do. You heal. You stem that, and same apply. This is where the dissection caused by diagnostic. And then it's very important to get your wire, and the wire you use here, all of us are aware, is to be spring coil tip wire, not the polymer jacketed, because that was I had just a few days ago the same problem. I mean, these are the examples being published and just share with you, but we're going to have more cases, inshallah. So I'll go quickly through this because it's not to be intended to be cases. This one, what happened? Stingray. I mean, I asked Dr. Erged and Mohamed to comment on this. I'm not forget about this. Sorry. So when you have a dissection, is to make sure you have wire in the lumen or not, because that's a different strategy. When you have a wire in the lumen, so don't make it worse. I mean, this is every expert says to you. So don't make more injection, and we start to make more injection and make things worse, and propagate the dissection. So then don't miss the ostium. Sometimes we miss the ostium and we leave it for our friends to deal with it in the next session, which is very bad. So use imaging. I think people who are, that's why they advocate the imaging is important, and try to retain the flow as soon as possible. So if you don't have the wire in, so again you go with the proper wire, which is the not the polymer jacketed, but the spring coil wire. And then you have this, the expert, CTO expert tells you how to do that. Okay, I'll leave that for the expert to talk about it. So you have different type of dissections. Algorithm is well published, how to do it with the wire in, without wire in, how to deal with that. And will be all discussed, inshallah, today. Most important to make sure patient is stable and the flow is there. And so avoiding unintentional iatrogenic, that's what you try to avoid. But the intentional is well known. So focus, if it happens, don't use the algorithm, which I showed you just now. And if you are expert in the CTO, use that. So in that, this quick slide, I will leave the expert to give their input. You've seen this dissection, you've seen the intentional and unintentional. I'm just focused on the intentional one. And maybe which one is common in your field. Dr. Mohammed Zubayt, you're one of the senior for us here and taught us all. Maybe start with you, and we'll just take to Khalid Thani, and then you guys, please. The microphone for Dr. Mohammed Zubayt.